Hi, I'm Martin, and I've been working with NIE on Tales from the Edge of Town, which has been a great project to be involved with. It's a project which Michael and Emily started with workshops with young children to get stories about their experience of lockdown and sort of mixing that sort of fact and fiction in terms of the stories that they created, and then a team of 4 performers coming together to take those stories and structure them and play with them and create them in new ways to make a show, and it's been lovely. It's been really inspiring to kind of get an insight into this strange year and a bit that we've been through in terms of COVID, and to get those windows into these young people's lives and imaginations. The making was fast, and I think we had a week to create the show, and then we've been performing it to those young people whose stories we're telling, and the way in which they've responded has been brilliant, and it's been really lovely to see how exciting it is for them to see professional actors take their seed of an idea and make it real, make it into a piece of professional performance.
Hi, my name's Greg. I've been working with NIE on Tales from the Edge of Town. I've been writing music for the show, which has been a lot of fun. The stories have lent themselves to lyrics and songs, and a lot of the lyrics have been taken directly from words that the kids have written. This has been a nice mixture of sort of joyfulness, silliness, and also sadness and reflection in the stories, which has lent a nice sort of range in the music, has allowed for a nice range within the music. And it's been great working with the other performers, because we've got a nice array of instruments: double bass, guitar, ukulele, cajon, washboard, and singing. So it's been a really nice, rich sound we've been able to create.
My name is Yomi, and I've been a part of the Tales of the Edge of Town, and it's been a great, process, and it's been amazing doing, shows to these kids, actually bringing their stories of what they've been doing in lockdown to life. So I was part of the whole devising process of the story of Kiki, which is about a boy who's in school, 10 years old, named Tyler. And it's just a normal day at school, and then he sees a banner with a banner on a helicopter saying UK is going into lockdown, go home. So he tells the other kids, he goes home, and for the first few days he's just playing games, Netflix, YouTube, what a normal schoolboy would do, like when they're stuck at home. And then it begins to get boring, and he starts to collect keys, and he collects house keys, car keys, any kind of keys he can find, until he has like 100, 200 keys. And like I was saying, me and Martin were originally part of the process, so it was a nice sort of feeling to dive into a story about a young boy, because we knew that Tyler's the kind of kid who's a really sort of energetic and fast-paced person, and we just came up with the idea of starting to sing a song about keys. And then it became a really sort of catchy beat, and then we started to develop upon a song as well of Kiki, and it sort of became a rap. So me, used to do rap, so it was a nice feeling, to kind of just have Tyler sort of telling his story, and the kids watching it sort of really engage, and they also get it because they've been in lockdown, so they would have definitely had the same feeling of not being able to see friends or go to the park. So the kids really related to it, and it was just an amazing process to work upon it.
Hi, I'm Alex. I got an email from Michael saying, do you want to come and play? We're making this crazy show based on stories that children have written about their experiences of lockdown. And the idea, he said, was to bring a bit of cheer and joy and fun to what has been a really hard year. And it's been amazing. It came together quite quickly. The stories are, they move from being really fantastical to really ordinary and sort of domestic, I suppose, reflecting what kids' lives are actually like. I think one of the things that I like most about the show is, as well as being pretty crazy and joyful and stupid, I like stupid, it has these moments where it allows itself to be quite serious and sort of hold the more difficult spaces that, for kids in the last year. That, you know, so some, for example, in one story, someone had written about like a witch and a wizard, but she was also seemed to be writing about a difficult relationship with her mum and dad at the same time. So it's sort of, you know, quite a few of the stories mentioned poorly parents or grandparents and stuff, and it's just nice to be able to create something that's really playful and really magic and really silly, but also allow them to be in a nice, safe, warm place where they can allow themselves to feel a little bit sad about what's happened in the last year, and then move through that. And I just think that makes the show and the whole project actually really, really special and unique.